All right, welcome to the live trading room at the
Whoop, whoop,
5ers, the biggest and the best live
yeah, boys
forex
and girls.
trading show. That's it. All right. Today we're
Wait,
gonna talk
hold
about
on, hold on.
Alex.
We haven't done this for a while. So let's just do this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, baby.
I need to I need to activate my sound effects. I gotta get that set up. All right. So you guys know that we have people are. I love that people are still commenting 250K bootcamp. We did that a
That was
month
the
ago,
first
2 months
time.
ago.
Yeah, that just shows people
Amazing.
unless it's bots. Do you want to just
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of that. I'm gonna take care of that. So yeah, while I take care of that, let's Alex.
Okay, I'm actually happy now because I just I just took quite a big loss on CPI, and then basically I've just now got it back on EJ pretty much.
Oh, I haven't traded today. Do we have news today?
We had CPI about literally 30 minutes ago,
Oh,
which just
right. Okay.
seesawed so many assets. And yeah, so obviously you had where's my pound chart? Where's my GU chart? That's weird.
You know what we have to do? We have to get some. And let us know in the comment, guys, if you think this is a good idea. Like it would be interesting to see.
Bang, loss to the short side, then went long, lost, bang, bang, bang. But anyway, we are back on it, boys and girls.
That's life. That's trading.
Yeah, I'm much happier now.
So so we're saying it would be. I'm not gonna like. I am terrible at multitasking. I'm trying to do something
What are
here
you
with the
trying to do?
stream. I'm trying to. I'm trying to talk.
Should I just talk about this trade then?
Yeah, let's
I'll
go
talk
ahead.
about this trade. You can
I'll
sort
take
that
care
out.
of. I'm gonna mute some words to make sure that we don't get all the
mute those naughty words. So basically, on the 1 hour chart, fib, you see that price hit the 50 EMA, the 50 fib. Fans supported the EMAs. CPI came out. I got wrecked on pound, and I decided, you know what? Since I've got wrecked on pound and EU is still in play, EJ is still in play, I'm just going to jump into EU. So I jumped into that impulsive move, aka I revenge trade into it. But you know what? Sometimes the revenge trading works. So that's what happened.
Revenge trading never works. All right, guys, listen. Revenge trading never works. Don't listen to Alex. He got one win and now he's. Oh man, Alex top G.
Top A. No, we've got to keep
terrible lesson. Yes. Hello, everyone. In today's episode of Terrible Lessons, you're supposed to be revenge trading as soon as you have a loss.
Hold on. Let me put the risk disclosure first of all. Now,
yeah, should probably do that.
No, the trade idea. The trade idea is a valid trade idea, and obviously, taking the loss on GU. I was trying to short all day, and I grinded up. Took me out by my stop loss. Saw all of this price action and thought it was showing a little bit of strength. Decided to go long, got caught out, and that's I was like, enough with GU. I've had enough of GU. I've been trading it and I've been getting wrecked all day. And then obviously I had the play on EJ, and I thought, you know what, fine, it's still in play. Looks like it's showing strength. Now I'm going to jump in. So when I say revenge trade, I'm like half-hearted saying it, because this is still an okay setup.
Yeah.
Retracement after news technique. I don't. So, mate, I've never seen you in my life. I don't know. This is. It must have been from an old giveaway. If you turn around and send me an email with all the details, then maybe I'll have a look through and see. But I don't recognize your name, unfortunately, and I recognize everybody, most people that do the giveaways. The giveaway structure is a little bit different these days, guys. We've changed it up. Now there's not going to be any problems with scammers or anything like that. The only thing is I need to sort out a widget so we can pull them up live so everybody can actually see the draw. Because at the moment, I think yesterday we had to delete the video from yesterday because we basically we gave out everybody's information by accident. So,
dude, this guy, he started with 250k bootcamp. I blocked that word. Then he wrote 250k. I blocked that one. Now he's writing 250. Like, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win an account. All right. Yeah. I swear to God, he's gonna type 25.
All right. So go on. Do you want to talk about what you've been looking at in the markets? What's your?
Oh yeah. So interesting things going on here on EU. You know, guys, we talked about something. Look at that dot mole candle right there. Anyways, we talked about something yesterday where we said, you know, we might have. Let's see. Yeah. So first of all, I like the idea that EU actually came up and retested that reload zone quite nicely. If you look at, see on the 1 hour, where's the move? Let's see, that might have been the move. And you see now the rejection again. We're coming in with that reload zone, and this happens so many times. Like, it happens over and over and over again. Now, of course, we had this massive candle right here. This is the CPI news candle, and this is, you know, I want to show you guys why this candle is such a beautiful example of why we don't trade the news, and why Alex shouldn't be trading the news, rather. So if let's say I have a short position here, you're putting blind orders here, right? That's your trade. All right, you're gonna get, and maybe, you know, we have people going long. Maybe, you know, they go long perhaps down here. Some just to show you guys an example of how people who go short and people who go long are going to get stopped out at the same time on the same candle. All right. So what's best to do in a situation like this is, if you want to trade the news, I recommend, it's not financial, 25. Really? Well, that's funny. That's funny though. I got to give him that. All right. All right. So what happens is, you know, you get a news event, and then kind of, you know, this happens. So the news came in at 1:30 right here, and then, you know, 1 hour later we're trading here. So looking at the 1 minute, this is very much tradable. Okay. You get the initial move to the downside. Very, very often you will see that the initial move is the false move, if you will, like the fake move. So you'll see move to the downside, and that's going to get retraced. But what you're seeing here is price is actually respecting this level right here. And what this tells me is, if you want to be shorting the news, now, of course, you want to take into consideration what the news actually is. I haven't checked the numbers. And probably
no, it just came in as
expected.
As expected. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just, I'm just going to bring this up here. So we got, where's the actual, never mind. All right, so CPI. No, so it was actually 0.1% higher than expected. Ooh. Now it's a small number, but still and have the markets moving now. I'm not gonna try to sound smart here and say I know what all of this means, but if you have the idea of the news being bullish for the dollar, obviously you want to look for short opportunities on EU. And the fact that price is holding this resistance area very nicely and getting like this move on the 1 minute after you've had this violent reaction to the downside, and then it kind of get retraced like this whole move, it just simply retraced everything and then it started moving lower. This could be a trade where you enter after everyone else has been stopped out that is trying to trade D news. When the commission, I mean, when the spreads kind of slow down and the market volatility is a bit calmer, you can step in and trade in the direction where if price is at resistance, you obviously want to be shorting it. And we have a good level down here. So if you want to be trading the news, make sure that you wait at least like 30 minutes after the news is actually done.
Yeah. Do you know that level we were talking about, pounds on GU? That level got hit. If you go onto GU,
really?
if I'm not mistaken, it got hit on a wick and just like saw a massive push up. Go on to, was it that? No.
Yeah, I think let's see. I think we talked about, yeah, look at that. Well, no, we talked about the level lower.
It was a little bit lower.
Yeah, but it's coming down.
It's pushing
it's
down. It's
definitely moving lower here. So I think that is an option, definitely.
Yep.
Definitely an option. Now, what I'm working on is I would say that most of the time you want to avoid the news. It's not I guess it's pure gambling because you don't really like you're trading against some very very sophisticated algos that it's trading, you know, they execute orders like in milliseconds after the news is
also
out.
There's less liquidity in the market, so there's bigger wicks, bigger spikes.
Yeah. So what I'm looking at right now is basically for me, this is going to be difficult. It's going to be a bit difficult to trade.
Yeah, it's going to be it's been a hard time to trade because let's say if you're in the lower time frames, seen a massive push to the bottom, being bought up, you go long, you get cut out. You know, it's probably chopped a lot of people up. If you're on the 15-minute, you probably saved yourself, to be fair. But if you are on the lower time frame, it was probably a difficult one.
Well, okay, so we got on the 5-minute here. I mean, there's a lot of, I don't know, man. There's obviously we got a lot of volatility here. Prices is moving. We got a big move to the downside. We have on EU. I would say that we did hit this level here on EU. So adding some fibs here, we see that we hit the like the mid zone of the reload zone here. We got the 0.786. I mean the 0.702, and it's now hitting the 0.618. So this for me, like we can't go short on EU at this point because there's so much. There's a lot of signs telling me that
there's tons of support. They really should be waiting to see when we can get long, but I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind shorting into support as long as it's, you know, I cut my position short. I cut my position when it starts showing strength. But
yeah, and you know, I think this is where, I mean, this is obviously where I would start looking for a long position if I'm swing trading, and so it could come down and perhaps create some sort of a rounded bottom here inside a drawdown situation.
No, he's asking for like tips when you get into drawdown.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Let's take a little bit of time off for one. take a little bit of time
Yeah, well,
off and cut your risk a little bit to see if you can build up your confidence again. Well, it depends. If you're just in drawdown and your trading is not affected, your mental part of the trading is not affected, then keep the same risk and just carry, take a little bit of a break on that particular day and come back with a fresh head. If your mental side is getting is messing up a little bit and you're finding it difficult, then I would say cut the risk in half or even more than that. Start building your confidence back up. Normally, if you're being really aggressive and you lose your trade, it turns into revenge trading. So you just gotta cut your position a little bit, build up your trading confidence. That's really up to
I think there's something up with your audio. It's kind of like your audio's going. I don't know. It's like going in and out.
Now?
Yeah.
Probably not because it's not facing me.
Maybe. Yeah, I think the first thing you want to do. I think the first thing you want to do in a drawdown is you want to limit risk, right? Like you said, I think that's one of the most important thing. You want to make sure that if you begin a drawdown or a losing streak, if you're at the start of a losing streak, you don't know how long that losing streak is going to be. So it would be best to just limit risk and maybe, like you said, take a step back to make sure that you're not revenge trading or over trading. And also make sure that you figure out what caused this drawdown, what caused the losing streak, because there's most likely going to be, you're going to find some reason for it, be it's most likely going to be like a mental error somewhere. You took a trade that you're not supposed to be taking, you took another one, and then you're frustrated because of the fact that you repeated the same mistake again, and now you're in that cycle, that negative, never-ending cycle of over trading,
Mm-hmm.
And like exactly. So no emotional trading, but yeah, that's easier said than done. Like we're humans, right? And especially if we're trading lower time frames.
Yeah.
If we're discretionary traders, that we're gonna be trading on emotions, whether we like it or not. So it's impossible not to trade based on emotions. I would say use your emotions as leverage. Use your emotions as a strength. Try to build a mental edge. So that could be, for example, could be, let's say you're about to enter a trade and you're feeling stressed. You're not really sure why, but something feels wrong with the setup. Maybe that's your intuitive side of your brain telling you not to take that trade because your brain is seeing some technical patterns and things that you're not seeing. So yeah, it's follow your system and your trading rules, absolutely. But we're all humans. We are going to trade based on emotions, whether we like or not. So it's better to try to find ways of leveraging that. Because I do believe you have two types of edge. You have your technical edge, your trading system edge, and then you have your mental edge. Where, so for me, for example, in swing trading, my mental edge is patient. I can wait several days for right setups. I think that's one of my mental edge. And also, if I'm about to enter a trade and something doesn't feel right, or I feel like I'm not in the right state of mind, that's basically my brain telling me not to take the trade. Let's take a look at US30 here. There's a lot of wicks here.
These layouts are annoying. Who's been playing around with them?
Yeah, that's great. Meditation every day is definitely a good thing. I've started doing, meditation does help a lot. I've started doing Wim Hof breathing techniques. amazing. That dude, like that dude. Well, yeah. So I've started doing these breeding techniques. It's a really good way of kind of like getting your balance. Would you say you have a A+ setup that you would blindly take the trade? Not blindly. Part of my A+ setup is waiting for confirmation. So for me, when it comes to when it comes to A+ setups, it involves confirmation. But I can see if I can perhaps show you. Let me cover.
Blindly putting limit orders in.
No, I think blind. Yeah, maybe you can confirm what you actually mean by blindly. If you mean putting in a blind limit order and then go, you know.
How's it go? You know, having a bit of coffee.
Yeah, I need some coffee as well. 250. I thought I muted 250. Let's go to take a look at that.
Do you know if you got maybe your layout? If you click on the third layout, does it come up with our old layout that we had, where we weren't so zoomed in? No,
I don't know.
I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we'll fix that.
We will fix that. I get out from EJ. I get out from EJ. Where did you get out? At what number?
What do you mean?
No, I was talking about like the guy who said grab some profit. Where did you get out, my friend? At what level?
All right, so like you see your setup happening and you set a buy, sell. Yes, so there's actually a so when I have a move like this, I get a move to the upside. And I'm adding my fib. Part of my system, at least when I'm swing trading, is I want to see that bounce inside the reload zone. So this would be A+ setup. Align it with the reload zone. So you imagine you have price coming down here, and you have some type of price action going on down here, and you have maybe perhaps a low time frame W, something like that. And then you have a push to the upside. There's a bullish engulfing candle here. That bullish engulfing candle closes above the 50. At this point, the setup is confirmed, right? So this is the confirmation I'm looking at. And at that point, that's when I put in the limit orders on most likely the 50, and then it's going to be stop loss below the reload zone, and that's going to be the TP. So that's the setup, right? You get a move down into the reload zone, you got the stochastics RSI bull cross, and then that bullish engulfing candle. If the bullish engulfing candle is closing above the 50, I'm putting in limit orders on the 50. So in that case, it's not really a blind order because the whole trade has already been confirmed. Now, before developing this system, what I used to do is just put orders like this. Same setup. But what I've seen very often is his prices is going to go down like this, something like that. I stopped doing that.
Oh, God, this camera is going to kill me. Yeah, I'm more of an aggressive trader. So I'm not more of an aggressive. You got like passive traders that wait for price action to come to them, which is limit orders and things like that. I'm more of an active trader that I use market entries to get into position. So I don't really get in. I'll get in blindly. Let's say if I've got no, I don't get in blindly. I'm always in front to execute the order.
Yes, if the candle doesn't come down and hit my limit order on the 50, then I cancel the order and the trade is gone. It's no longer a setup. And if the candle, if price also continues to move higher after closing that bullish candle, if price continues to move higher, then I'll close it as well. We got a lot of good questions today. I love it. It's very good. If you let us know, guys. If you do have any questions, just let us know. We're gonna be looking at the markets for a couple of minutes, and then I'm gonna talk about the fib tool. So why stochastics RSI, not stochastics only? Because stochastics RSI faster and more volatile. It gives more false signal. It depends on what, like you say, false signals. Depends on what a signal is for you, right? So, yeah, I mean, yeah, Alex is like John Wick, shooting everything that moves.
It's funny because I was actually on Traderlicious this morning and I took a DAX trade on another account. And wow, I've traded DAX on a few times, and yeah, if you see it, trade it. There was a question here. Sorry, are you going to trade the competition accounts on the new platform? I'm not sure what a competition account you're talking about, mate. Has the migration from MetaQuotes happened? So for US traders, yeah, the migration from MetaQuotes is happening. I think the majority of Bootcamp accounts have already gone over to Match Trader, and the rest will be going on soon, I think. But competition attack, I'm only a guest on Traderlicious, okay? So I don't know what competitions they're doing at the moment. Actually, yeah, I do. We're sponsoring them for some accounts. Yeah, so we are sponsoring Traderlicious for a couple of things.
I'm just gonna start some comments here, and then I'm gonna go through the comments. We talked about drawdown situation. Okay, so false signals. Yes, yeah. So what you're looking at stochastics RSI. Let me go to EU here again. Now you're looking at the stochastics RSI, okay, and you're thinking. So this is on the 4 hour, and you're thinking like overbought and oversold, or prices really not that extent. Okay, so if you're looking at only the stochastics RSI, you want to be, let's say you're buying every time there's, price is. So for me, I have different settings. I have the lower being the 30, and the this one above is 70 instead of 80 and 20, which is the original numbers. So the way I have, like, a buying signal for me would be if the stochastics RSI is actually forming a rounded bottom with a bull cross. So on EU, you would have that would be a buy, which would be a terrible buy up here. Obviously, that would be a big, well, actually, it's actually going to be that candle right there. So that would be a profitable trade. Get a buy signal here, which is this low right here. Looks pretty good. That one, which is that one. This one, which is this area, and here and here. So actually, every time the stochastic RSI is giving you that bull cross and that round of formation, at least on the 4 hour on this screen, every time price is actually moving higher if you're a buyer. Now, does it align with your setup? I don't know. I have no idea. But to say that the stochastic RSI is not working, it depends on how you're using it. Are you going to be buying as soon as it goes into the oversold or overbought area? You have to be a little bit more sophisticated than that. You have to look at, like, more of a bottom formation. Dude, you're showing your screen. I got to show my screen.
You've been just doing all of that, and it's been showing my screen, man.
All right, so you're saying that the stochastics. Let me repeat this. Okay, so I have the 20 and the 70 instead of, well, I have the 30 and the 70 instead of the 20 and the 80. And a buy signal on the stochastics RSI for me would be a round, like a bottom formation and a bull cross. Where does the bull cross come in? Well, it's going to be here, buy signal, here, a low, buy signal, a low, buy signal, that's a low, here's a buy signal, and that's a low, and here's one, that's a low. So every time there's a buy signal on the stochastic RSI, at least on this chart for this time frame, you should have made some money. So to say that it's a bad indicator, like, I really do not agree with that, but it's all about how you're using it and how you determine what a signal is for you. And of course, you can't just blindly go with the stochastic RSI. But if price is reaching a support area in an uptrend with stochastic RSI giving a bull signal, you now have multiple confluences that would help in creating this signal and making this signal more profitable. Now, here's, I guess I can't really find, I mean, it works surprisingly well. There's a reason why I'm using the stochastic RSI and not the original stochastics or the RSI. And the simple fact is I've tested them all, and this one has shown to have the best win rate with the way I'm trading. The very, very basic stuff. You test everything and then you see what works. That's answering that question. All right, so get another one here, and you don't have to say sorry, man. This is like, I do really enjoy the questions, so more questions the better. So what is if the next candle goes up later and then go back to the 50? Yeah, so no, it has to be, and it has to hit the orders immediately. So let me show you again. You got the fib tool here. You got price coming down into the reload zone. And let's say you got that bullish engulfing candle closing right there. I put my limit orders around the 50. That's going to be the trade. What if price comes up and does this? And now it's reversing down there. Well, now in this case, because of the fact that, you know, get a high here and then price moves higher and kind of forms, I'm now viewing this as a lower high. So I don't really want to be filling my orders here. I would much rather see my orders being filled right here, like this, and then follow that move up to the upside. And if I get this down to entry, well, I might even close the trade. So I want to get filled quite early after seeing that candle closing. So
I'm messing around with these layouts. It's bloody so annoying.
I'm going through the chat here to
okay, so here it is.
Start some questions.
$3.
So Alex, you have someone in the office.
Yeah.
So maybe you could mute. Yeah, just mute when you're not speaking. All right, so we got more questions here. Let's see. What do you think about ICT? I think ICT is great. I think ICT is great, and if you're making money trading ICT, you're making money. That's awesome. That's that.
Okay, let's talk about this trade because it's actually quite a nice, quite an easy, nice trade to talk about. Had this big push down. See, price has found support. It's not breaking down any further, making any further lower lows. Price is broken up. You can see a little bit of a change of structure, and this is on the 1 hour. Retested the EMAs here, which also coincides with a fib pull. You see it hit the 50 fib, pushed off, and now we're seeing just the push off this area. Realistically, you want to be getting into the trade as close to the 50 fib as possible. I was late to this trade. That's why I'm not pushing it that much higher. But if you were in the stream yesterday, we were talking about the EMAs and how when price is far away from the EMAs, I want to take the direction that is going towards the 200 EMA. So prices come in, it's got some air, it's retested the 50 and 20 EMA. Now it's pushing a lot higher towards the 200 EMA on the 1 hour. So that's the trade. That being said, you do have a 4 hour, some places that you do have to watch out for. There is a 4 hour 200 EMA here, which has been hit. And that's, you can see it had quite an aggressive reaction the first time. It's hit it again, and it's hit it the third time. So because it's hit it so many times that it keeps coming back up, for me, it's still valid, and price is still trying to push through. So that's why I don't mind taking the trade. But you do have to keep that in mind. You do have to keep that in mind, though, that you do have quite a heavy bit of resistance here as well. That's it.
Yeah, okay, so do you guys want me to okay, good question. How did you let's answer this one. Did we get a back test this? We got a back test of the Canadian meh indicator. You guys remember this? Good one.
Oh, the meh. That actually worked until it didn't work, you know?
Yeah.
It actually helped very well.
And by the way, guys, you gotta like the video. You gotta like the video. We're doing the giveaway in a slightly different way, but it's still the same when it comes to the likes. So hit the like of the video if you want those accounts. You're gonna have the more likes, the higher the chance of you getting an account. So make sure that you actually do hit that like button. Now, do you guys want me to cover? Do you guys want me to cover how I use the fib tool now, or
Definitely.
should we do that in like 20 minutes after a quick break? What do you think, Alex? We can do some live trading, like
20 minutes.
we can.
Yeah, 20
Yeah,
minutes
okay.
break, and then we can do it. What are you looking at anything to enter, or are you just chilling?
Well, you know, I'm looking at EU here, and I'm thinking we might have a very good opportunity to. We got high time frame confluence here, right? It's a decent level now. This is on the daily here, and I think we have to move just the drawings here. Okay, so I think looking at the daily, and I don't really have to add a fib here, but it's quite obvious that, you know, this area would be the 618, but you also have the 20 and the 50 here on the daily. So like EU on the daily looks perfect for a move lower. And if we could get that hit on EU, I think for a swing trade, very good entry. But then we'll look at the 4 hour, and we have a pretty good retest on the 4 hour here as well. And we can drag a level all the way through here, and we can see that it's definitely, you know, we definitely got something going on here on the 4 hour. And down here, we also have the 4 hour 50. So I'm thinking we might want to look for opportunities to go long on EU if we do get an opportunity for a move up to. I mean, we're testing the low of that move created by the CPI numbers, and I'm thinking if we get sort of like whatever type of confirmation here, like it's got a nice rounded bottom here on the 15-minute. I think we might see that move up to the weekly open where the CPI print that move started. So basically what I'm looking at is something like this, back up towards the weekly open. And we need confirmation here, and I think we have a good level here on the 1 minute. We have a level here that's also the 0.618. So we go back to the 4 hour. You see, I've added the fib from that low to this high, brings in the reload zone here. That's the 0.618. We go into the 1 minute and we see that a reclaim of the 0.618 would mean we obviously reclaim the support and we might have a change of structure. Looking at the 5 minute, it kind of makes sense as well. So imagine you have a move like this and the trade could then be, that would be the trade up towards perhaps this area. That's what I'm looking at right now. I think that might be something to watch out for. I'm going to be adding a alert here. Go in and I'm going to name that look for longs. Why is there an exclamation mark here? Webhooks. I don't want webhooks.
There's not going to be any migration, but traders that are non-USA, you trade on MC5.
Yeah, this stochastic side is not like it's one indicator. You don't have to just one indicator. Just Google ST, not Google. STOCH, and it comes up here, stochastics RSI. Right. So right now we're printing a bullish engulfing candle on the 5 minute. If you're feeling risky, and also check it out, where did we get the bounce? Well, we get it right inside the reload zone. So if you want to get like sniper entries, you have high time frame confluence here. You have on the 4 hour, you see price hitting the mid zone of the reload zone, perfect with this support area to the left right here. And right now we're also seeing the 5 minute bullish engulfing candle. It's going to close in about 30 seconds. Now a super sniper entry would obviously be just to trade this candle, because you do have that high time frame confluence. You're hitting a level, but this is, to me, this is very weak confirmation, but still it's a good it's a good reaction. And then you're looking at the 1 minute, it definitely shows that there's some reaction here. So if we get this, so you have a level here now. If we get something like that, a hit, resistance, support, breakout, reclaim support, that's going to be the trade, right? This will confirm that we now have a bottom formation forming here, which in this would be a quite, I think this would be quite reliable pattern. It's almost like I'm not going to say inverse head and shoulders because it's not, but it has the same. So if you look at a head and shoulders, basically what a head and shoulders is, a head and shoulders is a higher high, and then a lower high like this. So that's the head and shoulders pattern, right? And it basically means that you got an uptrend, and then you have the first sign of that uptrend ending, and that's the neckline of the the neckline of the head and shoulders. And you're basically expecting this to happen for a downtrend to form. So it's a top formation, and it's quite obvious. Now, if you flip this around like this now becomes a. So imagine that you're looking at this. So what I did here is just I'm flipping the chart. So Alt plus I flips it. So if you imagine that you have sort of a similar pattern as a head and shoulders here, this would basically be the same thing, right? That's exactly what we're looking for. So I'm not saying that this is a head and shoulders, but we could definitely look at this with the idea of it having the same, the same idea as a head and shoulders, which would be this. Not sure why it's black. So something like that, right? So you have like the neckline being this area, and then you kind of break it to the downside. So, you know, when you're looking at a head and shoulders pattern, it's basically just breakup structure. Let's see if we got some questions. No, I do not use the default settings on the stochastic RSI. I'm using the instead. So the default settings is the upper band would be the 80 and lower band would be the 20. I'm using 70 and 30 instead. So we'll see. We have one alert here and then one alert below. And if this breaks down, I mean, we're just going to look for the same pattern. We're just going to look for the same, you know, breakup structure. If EU breaks down here, we'll look for something like this, right? It's just going to be the same. It's just going to be a basic break of market structure. And I think the longer price stays in this area, the better, because the longer price stays in this area, the higher the chance that we'll have the same type of break of market structure in the 5-minute, and maybe even have a 15-minute bullish engulfing candle while having that low time frame breakup structure as well. All right, everything else is as the original stochastics RSI. So I'm only switching to 70 and 30. Everything else is as the original stochastics RSI. What's the difference in RSI? I don't know the definition. I don't know the exact definition of this. It's complicated, it's calculated in with different mathematical models, which I'm not qualified to explain. We have a question for Alex here. I think he's still muted. Yep.
No, we haven't. Not just yet.
Oh, not that one. This one.
Alex, your EJ trade is in a downtrend. Yeah, I know it's in a downtrend. Is the downtrend open one time frame? So we can take it. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. It looks quite disgusting when you look at it at 4 hour, to be honest.
I like when there's a comment like, sorry, Alex, your trade is in a downtrend. Like, yeah, I know.
I guess you could put it. Ooh, Jesus! Well, I shouldn't use blasphemy on this stream, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's not a good, not too good, but we shall see. Yeah, it doesn't really look good. Fair play, mate. We are in the trade.
You get a position open.
Committed. Yeah, we have committed. We're risking.
Man, my face is so beautiful with this new camera. I can't believe it.
Yeah, most probably it would come down. That's a nice move. If you're short of that,
dude, we gotta change the music. This is terrible, dude. We gotta go to the other one. What's the other one? This one. I like this.
The other one
better.
is
the
lifelike. If you're short of that 4 hour 4 hour EMA, then kudos to you, bro.
Let me switch over to EU. We got some development here. So now we're actually seeing the first signs of that break of structure. Now, if you're feeling risky, you get a break and retest of a W right here. So you get the W, you get the neckline of the W being that level. Now, this would obviously be a highly risky trade, but the risk to reward is obviously very favorable here. I'm probably going to take that on my small account.
Yeah, take it on the big accounts. It's a good trade.
Come on, man. Which one is it? They can't even. Okay.
Did you enter?
Now I'm gonna enter. I'm putting in orders.
Market.
Now I'm gonna have limit orders on this one. Oh wait, I'm on the even on EU.
Yeah, this music better.
Yeah,
It makes me focus.
nice.
I feel like I'm limitless, you know, when he takes that pill.
Oh man, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a super good movie.
All right, so we go to you see EU here. It starts to kind of it's hitting that level below right here. So what I'm gonna do is on the 1 minute. I do expect us to get rejected here, so I will place an order at that level. Yeah, let's see if it gets hit. So the idea here is I'm thinking we'll get rejected at this level, come down and fill this order, and then move higher up towards the weekly open level. If you look at, I think looking at price action here, we would want to have TP in this area right here. So I'm just gonna adjust it to that level. It's good risk to reward. The reason why I can't.
This is a really good place to buy. I don't know why you're not putting this on your big account.
Because it's not. Because this is not the. Because I don't like trading discretionary. I want to have a system. You know.
Fair enough. That is fair enough.
So if I'm going to be trading discretionary, I know that there's a lot of risk with that. I haven't tested this, you know, over.
If you were called out yesterday, you would have got an email. You'd have got 3 emails. One for the confirmation of the entry of the giveaway. Second email stating that you won the giveaway, and then the third email. And the third email is me sending you the details, and it should be off Alexander at the5ers.com.
Okay, so I just got the alert here. It says look for longs on EU. So if we break out here, it's just going to be the same setup. We're looking for a break and retest of this level. So the trade would look something like this.
What's it look like on? That's the 1 minute.
Yeah. I think on the
EJ trade off the 1 minute looks good. The reaction of a 200 EMA on the 1 minute. Beautiful reaction there, son. We love a good reaction. We do.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. Yeah, well now. Yeah, Yeah, there's a lot of time frames that are lining up here. So we got the 1 minute is looking like a break of structure. We got the 5 minute is looking bullish, and we got the 15 minute might close above the 0.618 in about 3 minutes here. So I think that's could be. I mean, it could be a good trade. So I'm gonna remove my orders below. I'll add the new orders if I see. Right now, the trade I'm looking at now would be the same TP, but I would probably want to enter here if we get a move like this. And I would look for the retrace to hit that level. But if we start moving lower here, I would place orders again on that level lower. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna break down this trade. I'm going through the comments here. I'm gonna select some comments here. Yeah, the stochastics is overbought on the 1 minute, but again, this is, you know, I'm not trading a specific system here. I'm just looking. This is just discretionary trading. I'm just looking at price action and hitting a good level on the 4 hour. It makes sense, you know, and that's what I'm trading here. So then again, if you look at the 15 minutes, so you can look at this. 4 hour stochastics RSI is a buy. The 1 hour is almost below 30. The 15 minutes is definitely a buy. The 5 minute is definitely a buy, but it's not loading. Yes, that's a buy on the 5 minute. And so 4 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute gives me good signals, and then at that point, it doesn't really matter what the 1 minute is doing as long as it's giving us a good breakup structure. So I'm going to be placing same position here. Again. The level gets hit. And if we get a move like this, at that point, I would be very interested in market enter. Because now, if we get that move to the upside, well, that's the retest. Let's see.
Yeah, I can't find a way of showing the winners once we pull them out.
Like a big move on EU now. I think this would be.
Did you mark it?
Yeah. No.
Oh, you did.
Oh. So on this trade, I'm risking 1%, around 1% on this trade on that account, but you know, I don't know.
Yeah, no idea how to show them. It's kind of silly how they don't let you show them.
I think one thing, you're watching this and you're thinking, you know, I'm watching this and I'm definitely thinking like, when the market enter, I should market enter. Like I'm getting a bit stressed over the fact that, you know, I might be missing out on a position, but just zoom out and you'll see that there's most likely going to be opportunities to get in on a retest on other time frames as well. And even on the 15 minutes, it's like nothing is happening here on the 15 minutes. Like we're watching the 1 minute, and it's very easy to get lost in the whole idea of missing out on the move on the 1 minute. And then you zoom out and you see that the move that you're missing is actually not a move on any other time frame. So you always have time to be patient. So I want to update you guys on. Yesterday I showed you this backtesting template, and now I have a folder here with that backtesting template, and then I have I'm creating a. I don't know what happened with that one. Let me see if I can find that one first. Yeah, so you can see here, I got this one. I got the EURUSD 5-minute testing round 1, and then I have round 2. So basically this is testing phase 1 and then testing phase 2, and you see it's completely empty here. Now, what I'm doing is for this next testing, as I've talked about yesterday, we saw that the Reload Zone had a very high win rate, and the 20 EMA also had a very high win rate, but fewer trades. So in this new testing, I'm only going to take trades where price action hits the 20 and the Reload Zone. See if that can translate into a 70% win rate system. And if that works, I'll spread this out to more pairs. I'll start testing the majors and see if we can find a similar win rate. And when that's done, all right, so I should be filled now on EU. Yep, I'm filled on that one. So now it's coming down, it's testing that level. And the reason why I'm waiting patiently is you see that it's an untested level. So we can put a level on that wick, and you see it's completely untested. On the 1 minute, we broke above, and we never retested that level before moving high. We had no immediate retest, like that's not really a retest of that level. And now we have a rounded retest of the neckline of that W. So the only thing that's obviously concerning here is that we are by no means in an uptrend, but these are just the first sign of a potential shift in market structure. If we look at the 5 minute, this is very much a downtrend. There's no higher highs or higher lows. It's all lower highs and lower lows. So it's all, you know, we got this structure. So on the 5 minute, what would be nice to see is obviously this to be the new higher low, and then to form a higher high. That would kind of confirm a potential uptrend starting. You get this template. I will yeah, you'll find it. I'll add it in the description after. Can we copy your trade ideas here? No, please do not copy our trade ideas for different reasons.
Unless you want to give me some.
Yeah, I mean,
Give me some of the moolah. Whatever you make.
can we all just take into
80%.
appreciation can we just take this into appreciation? Look at that retest. Look how that wick just filled, like that's level perfectly. It's amazing how you can it's amazing how you can predict what price action is going to do and still be in a loss on a trade.
Happens way too much.
So yeah, now what we're seeing is double bottom, rounded retest of the neckline of the W, and that's the bounce. Now stochastic RSI is giving us a bull cross and a buy signal on the 1 minute. On the 5 minute, it already happened down here with the 5 minute bullish engulfing candle. On the 15 minute bull cross happening on the close of this candle. 1 hour is now below 30. 4 hour is below 30 as well. Daily, obviously the daily, because the daily is creating a kind of like a top formation here on the daily, but we're not trading the daily. We're entering on the 1 minute. But yeah, that's what I call a sniper entry right there. Looks good.
Yeah, nice entry.
Man, I've got this guy again.
I went and got some glasses as well for you, mate.
Wow, nice. Looking good, man. Looking good.
I went and bought some because I knew Habibi was gonna come on, so I got the glasses as well so we can match.
Amazing. Yeah, that's a beautiful.
It's a nice.
That's a beautiful. Beautiful reaction right there. But very often, like I would love to just see price action just continue higher, but that's usually not the case. You know, we're gotta remember we're in a downtrend. The only like the thing I like with a trade like this one is the fact that we hit a level on the 4 hour, we hit the reload zone on the 4 hour here, and telling you to go to sleep. Is it me? Is he telling me to go to sleep, or is it you? Probably you.
Who's going? Definitely me. I've been yawning all stream. But that's because I've been sat down. I haven't drunk enough water today. That's why.
It's because you made so much money. You're tired. You're tired of making so much
Made
money.
so much money. Yeah. After my day, it's funny because when you do have multiple accounts, you can be on drawdown on one and then winning on the other. But I did lose a good 2K today. Let's have a look.
Oh wow.
How much did I lose? No, I lost 449. 621. But that means, I guess, my profits and stuff, all my profits from earlier were wiped out. I had a lovely trade yesterday. We had lovely trades yesterday. We made like over $2,000 yesterday, and we gave a lot of it back today.
So now we're getting that the break of structure that I wanted to see here. So we're getting that on the 5 minute now. So on the if the 5 minute can close above this level right here, we have a bullish engulfing candle on the 5 minute. We got that break of structure. So now the 5 minute is looking less like a downtrend. That's awesome. What happened during the I did this guy asked earlier in the stream about some manipulation during the last NFP. I don't know what you're talking about, honestly. You got to give me some more information on that. I'm not a macro.
About what happened during the last NFP. I don't think he's talking about any malicious. I think he's just talking. And most important, how do you respect it and stick to it? I probably take too many, to be honest, mate. I do take too many trades. I don't have a certain amount of trades that I stick to. Maybe that's stuff that I can actually get better with. Risk per day is definitely 2%. 2% I'd probably risk per day. But it's dynamic. It depends how I'm feeling as well. I'm quite a discretionary trader, and if I'm doing well on the day, I don't really stop until I can see that I'm trading a little bit too much. So let's say I'm up 2R. If I then lose half an hour or lose an hour, then I'll stop. I don't know how. I don't really have these rules. I'll trade until I decide to stop, or when I decide I've made enough money and I don't want to give it back. So I do have an issue with giving a lot of profits back. But yeah, we're all emotional, and I'm definitely not the perfect trader. We're all working on things.
So I have I'm taking a max of 3 trades per day. I don't want to be especially now after back testing this week. I've seen that if I'm taking more than 3 trades a day, I'm most likely over trading. So I'm trying to stick with 3. I think you're mostly watching EU and GU, right? GBP USD and so cable and EU.
Yes, Me? Yeah, definitely. I'm just looking at mostly EU, GU. I do trade as well, but recently it's been getting me into a bit of trouble. But then again, like I do trade. If I get a signal, I'll trade anything. That being said, I was trading the DAX this morning with Jordan. Let's have a look at the DAX. See what it's done now. Lucky I got out that trade for. got out that trade early. I got out this trade because I was looking for it to. You see all of this formation, W formation, found on a 50, all of the stuff that I normally like, broke up, and I was looking for it to trade, to continue open and trade. And then it got to, I think it was around, what time is this? I think it was this candle here is where I got out because it just didn't really look like it wanted a break. And luckily I did because I was long and this was disgusting. Would have got slipped on it like crazy. The DAX, that's hard price action to trade, man.
Yeah. So do I still swing trade? And no, one of the reasons why, or the reason why I stopped swing trading was because I like the idea of, what, now with the live streams, we're live for 2 hours and we have plans on, increasing the time that we're live. So I have a good opportunity to be trading the lower time frames, right? I have, if I'm able to create a system on the lower time frames, I have this time during the live trading rooms to actually actively trade for those 2 hours. And I figured, swing trading is interesting, but it's not very interesting in the setting that we have here in the live trading room. So I'm trying to transition for different reasons. First, if I'm able to transition into intraday trading and trading lower time frames, and I'm able to have 3 trades a day, now obviously that's going to translate into being more profitable as well. Instead of having 5 trades a month, if I get 3 trades per day and I can have a decent win rate, that would mean more money. It would mean more educational value for you guys as well, because I'm able to show you a larger number of trades and break them down and show you that. But honestly, I kind of miss swing trading in a sense. So we'll see. I'm gonna give it a couple of weeks, and if I'm not really feeling it, I'll probably start doing more. Probably do more swing trading. We'll see.
Yeah, if you're a
So
US
far,
trader, when I get a win. When I win the giveaway today, when you win the giveaway today, I hope, fingers crossed, will my creditors already be on Match Trader? If you're if you're a US based, then I would have to do something a little bit different for you. But they will all be on, every account will be on MT5. If you're a US trader, then obviously we will have to do something a little bit different and put you onto Match Trader. Beautiful trade, that EU. GU, probably the exact same place. The level that we were talking about yesterday got hit, if I'm not mistaken. No?
I think so.
It was close.
No, because we talked about that lower level on GU. At least I did, but I think
I think
you talked about the 50. Look at the 50. I think you talked about the 50 because it did test the 50 perfectly right there. So I think on GU we're basically looking at a very similar trade here. But what I would be looking for on GU is basically this, right? So breakout, and so I think it looks very clean on the 5-minute. We have that W structure with that right leg of the W being a bit higher, and I think this I think it looks good. It looks good.
In deep drawdown, if you're in deep drawdown, cut cut your risk, make sure you've got enough buffer. Start trying to build up a buffer. So cut the risk, build up your confidence, and then when you get the chance, put your normal risk back on. It's hard, you know. I'm not gonna say it's an easy thing. If you're in deep drawdown, which is probably very close to your stop out level, then it's super. It is difficult to bring it back, and you gotta cut the risk, get your confidence back, and slowly grind it back, slowly. And you just need to go for the A setups. When I say A setups, I'm not just, you know, the setups that you've planned and you have confidence in them, not just something like you're punting. Oh, you see the pattern. You got to be really precise if you're really close to your maximum drawdown. So let's say if you've got $500 to your drawdown, what I would do is break that into 10. So you got 10 trades before you reach that. So you're risking $50 each trade. Start building that up, and then gradually make that into, let's say, $100 a trade, so on and so forth, until you can get back to a normal amount of drawdown where you can start risking a little bit more. But it's difficult. It's not easy.
Yeah, no, I think that's yeah, you cut that risk, you know, cut that risk, take a break, make sure that you're not repeating the same mistakes that, you know, put you in that position. Because honestly, I think that's what we're doing, you know. We're that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I don't think I can't put the Gmail on live because you see everybody's emails and stuff. Yesterday we had to take down the stream because we basically showed all the guys' information.
So let's continue looking at the markets here and see if we can find any trades, and I'll break down this EU trade. And honestly, if the market keeps giving us opportunities, we'll probably do the Fibonacci breakdown in another live stream. Because
we basically do Fibonacci breakdowns every single day because we use them every single day.
We do, but you know what? I probably want to cover Fibonacci. I'll take 20 minutes or so to cover like the basics of how I'm using it. But do you want to do a 10-minute break before, so I can get some coffee and wake up?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
10-minute break, guys.
All right, let's see you in 10 minutes. I'm here. I'm here. Oh man.
Oh my god, he's late.
Where's my camera at? There it is.
He's late.
Man,
I came back to my screen. I came back to my screen and just saw just was like, shoo, back to my entry. Luckily, it's fan support again and it's continuing up. But that was just like, I was like, oof. A lot can happen when you.
All right, guys. You want me to break this one down? Let me know in the comments if you want to break down on this one. I think maybe because I did see some questions on this trade, so maybe you guys want me to kind of break down EU here. Yeah, should cover the fib tool.
Go for it.
Tell me why you choose that TP. Well, it's basically I'm looking at the weekly open, but I also have. Yeah, I didn't really put too much emphasis into the TP area here. I just think that if we because we're hitting a high time frame level and we're in an uptrend for EU here, I'm thinking that this is the level that I'm thinking is going to be the resistance. And then on the 1 hour, I think this looks like a good resistance area, and on the 15-minute, and I don't know, I just put it there. I think I don't really have a good answer to that. Yeah, looks like a good level. TP is not an OB. I'm not really using order blocks. And also one of the reasons I like my TP up here is because because this is where the move kind of originated from with the CPI numbers. You have price kind of going crazy here, and then it started moving lower, and this is where prices was traded for the news event. When are you going to move your stops to break even? Well, if you ask Alex, he's going to say never. But I will probably move my stops to entry if we break this level. If we break this area here, that's probably when, because at that point I'm going to be up, 12 pips, and I'm aiming for like 20-25. So being up 12 pips, and also the market structure, everything would be quite complete. And if price breaks above this level, I have one and two. I have two support levels between price and my entry.
Wow, EJ
kinda...
is really just playing around, bro. Like super playing around.
Yeah, this looks more like a range.
Yeah, yeah. Just shopping around doing nothing for...
No, I usually don't take partial profits, but maybe maybe I should in a trade like that. Okay, so let me break down the EU idea, and I'm gonna go to a clean shot here, and I will see if I can just remove everything here, and I'm gonna see if I can change the way the alerts are working, because you're supposed to be able to change how the alerts are showing. Right, there we go. So on the 4 hour I don't know what, there's two, I don't know what I've done here is there's two bars here, two scales. It's this horizontal line. No idea what that is. Weird. Okay, it's regular. Okay, perfect. So so let me break down, while going through this trade, let me also break down my fib settings. Let me explain how I'm drawing the fib levels. So when you're adding a bullish fib, so whatever you do when adding fibs, you always have to draw the fib forward in time, okay? So you're never supposed to draw the fib backwards in time. If you do draw the fib backwards in time, it makes no sense. So always draw the fib forward in time. And in a bullish fib, you're going to be starting from the low to the high to find the Fibonacci retracements. If you're looking at a downtrend, you're going to draw the fib from the high to the low. Again, always forward in time. And there's two ways. Well, actually, like some people always choose the very extreme of price. So that's going to be the low of the wick to the high. And I would say in most cases, like in 90% of the cases, that's going to be the correct way of drawing the fib, because the low here and the high here, the very extreme points when adding the fibs, that's where price has actually reached in this up move. So you get this up move right here, and that's the actual low and that's the actual high. However, imagine that this is on the lower time frames. You have a crazy wick, like a news wick, all the way down here, like an insane wick all the way down here, and that wick, you know, makes no sense according to the market structure. You might have a trend line here, and that wick just makes no sense. It looks bad, and in that cases, if you have a good structure here, but that huge wick, what I do most of the cases, I ignore that wick. But there's some rules to that as well. I'm only going to ignore that wick if the levels, the fib levels that's created, make sense when I use this area. If they actually do make sense when I use the low of that wick, then that's what I'm going to go with. Just to make sure that people understand that yes, you should be using the low and the high and the extremes of the move that you're watching, but sometimes you also have to look at what levels are created when drawing that fib. So the levels that I'm watching or that I have for my fib is the 0.618, the 0.702, and the 0.786 plus the 50% fib. So if you go into settings, this is what you'll find. And when I talk about the reload zone, now I just removed everything I wanted to do. When I talk about the reload zone, these are the three fibs I'm watching. It's the area between the 0.618 and the 0.786. So basically this area right here. And I put most emphasis on the 0.618. You can see that that's marked as a blue line. And in my opinion, that's the most important fib level. You'll see that this fib level gets hit quite often. It's a level that a lot of people are watching. Lots of bots and algos are coded to react to different fib levels, and especially the 0.618 and the 50. So usually what I do is, at least when I'm swing trading, I'm looking for a move down into the reload zone, and I'm looking for the reload zone to be confluent with a support level. What you see here is if I add a horizontal line right on the mid zone of the reload zone, which is the 0.786, you'll see that it lines up perfectly with this price action here to the left. So it goes straight through this area here. And on the 4 hour, it's quite a good, you know, with the 4 hour close candle closes here, it's quite good support. And all the way, if you go all the way, you know, all the way back down here, you see that level aligns quite nicely with price actions. So this is definitely a good level to look for buys, because we're now getting into the reload zone or into that fib area. Now the 50% is quite far away from the 0.618 here, so I'm not really going to be using the 50 much in this particular trade. But there's different ways that I'm trading this fib area. Now what you can do is you can see a move down to hit the 0.786, and then a move up to the 0.618, and then a move down to the 0.702, and then a breakout. So this would be a sort of like a double bottom, but you have the right leg being higher than the left one. And this is something that I see play out quite often, that type of pattern. And if this plays out, my trade idea would be to go long on the retest of the 0.618, like this. And my stops would be, if the risk to reward is good enough, I can have it below the reload zone, so all the way down here. But most of the time it's going to be below that one. And then the TP for this move would be wherever the first trouble area is. And because of the candle closes right here, I would have it on that one. So that would be one way of trading the reload zone. And this is almost what we did on this trade. But what we did here was we looked at price coming down inside the reload zone on the 4 hours. So we now know that price is hitting a high time frame support level on the 4 hour. So what I did was I wanted to see confirmation here on the lower time frames. And when I say lower time frames, I mean the 1 minute and the 5 minute. So we now know that we're in a high time frame support area. I go into the 5 minute and I look for some type of confirmation of a structure shift. So if we use the replay function, we got the 5 minute bullish engulfing candle here. This is our first sign that, well, actually this would be our first sign that we get a rejection on the, or a reaction, a bounce on the 0.618, but then it's breaking down. Here's our next reaction. And after that bullish candle, we now have a pin bar candle, and we go into the 1 minute and we see a clear resistance area here. And we have a double bottom formation here. So that's quite a clear double bottom. We have one resistance here. We have another resistance here. And now basically what we're looking for, with the knowledge of knowing that we're at high time frame support and inside the reload zone, we now want to confirm that price wants to move higher, but we're confirming this on the lower time frames. So this is on the 1 minute, right? Now, what I want to see is a break above the neckline of the W. And when I say neckline, the word neckline comes from the head and shoulders. Let me explain why. This is the left shoulder. This is the head. This is the right shoulder. So if you have a left shoulder, a head, a right shoulder, this is going to be the neckline. That's going to be the neck. But when I say the neckline of a W, I'm basically talking about this level right here. Get a break above the neckline of the W, and then I'm looking for a retest. We had the same pattern forming here, a W right here, but we never had a breakout. We never had a break above the neckline. We instead moved lower, and this is very possible that we're just going to move lower. But if we break above the W, it confirms the W, and it's giving us the first clue of a bullish reaction within the reload zone. And now we're getting a hit of that resistance area above. Now I'm thinking, you know what? We have a confirmed double bottom here. We have a confirmed W. I'm going to place my orders here with the stops below here. And then I'm looking at a TP around here. Now, if I would be trading this in the same way that I'm trading the swing trading system, I could just put my TP all the way up here. All right, because that's what I would do if I would be swing trading. So it kind of, you know, in a sense, it makes sense to put TP up here, but I'm not going to do that because I know I'm not going to have the patience to hold this trade for that long. So I'm okay with putting it right here. Remember now that we had the reclaim of this level above, I decided to remove my entry orders here. Okay, so I removed the entry orders here because now I thought we might get a move like this. And if that's the case, I'm going to put my limit orders here. But as we saw on the next couple of candles, we now have a clear rejection in that area because you can easily increase that zone like that. And now you see a rejection. So I saw this. Now it's time again to put in those orders again, right here, stops down here, and again, TP around that area. And we see price struggling a bit, but now it's hitting that level. This is perfect because now you have a break and retest of the neckline of the W. If price decides to come like that, we now have a very clear break of structure. That's what we got, I would argue, on, well, this kind of confirms because now we also have a W on that W, and then we go to the 5 minute, and this now confirms the first sign of the on the 5 minute as well, which is a higher low. And if we can start trading higher, this would be confirming a break of structure on the 5 minutes. So let's see where we are currently. So right now we're trading here, and this looks absolutely fine because we have a low, higher low, higher low, a high, and a higher high. That's the uptrend. So basically this trade was all about confirming that we are at high time frame support and then going through the time frames lower to find a break of structure. Now what's interesting about this is the reload zone doesn't only work on the higher time frames, right? So if we remove this setup here, we could just simply say this. Okay, so on the 1 minute, we know that we're inside the reload zone here, and we can look at the fib from that low to this high. And we're just going to say, you know what? I'm just going to place my orders on the 0.618. So we're inside the high time frame reload zone, and we're looking for a break of structure. And where did price hit here? Look at that. It's perfect. That's literally the perfect entry right there on the 0.618. So the stop loss in this case could have been below the reload zone right here. Now, again, let's look at where this bounce happened. It again happened right inside the reload zone. So here's another example of how you could have placed new orders within the reload zone. And a trade like this, you could have gotten some insanely high risk to reward trades. Even up to the 50% fib, it's 7.7 R, which in this case would easily have been possible with a trade like this. Again, if you have that swing trading idea already mapped out, this is how you get the you know, you see people sometimes post on Twitter, you got like people posting these 20R trades. Now, obviously, most likely what they're doing is they're just going into trading view using the replay function and finding a trade like this and then posting it. But there are actually people out there who have for real found 20R trades. And I remember finding a trade like that a couple of years ago on Ethereum using this principle right here. Imagine if I would just open a small position on an account that I have with a trade like this up to the swing trading profit. That's going to be 22R. I'm not saying that's realistic. I'm not saying that realistic, and I'm not saying I'm getting 20R trades. What I'm saying is if you're utilizing high time frame structures with high time frame target by using the lower time frames to pinpoint your targets and utilizing these fib areas, it's a real possibility that if you're patient enough and you're able to hold a intraday trade or a scalp trade that turns into a swing trade, I believe that's how you are going to make those high risk to reward trades. So that's basically the that's the EU trade, and right now this is what we have. This is the setup that I have activated. Again, we hit that alert here, and that's when I'm going to move my stops to entry. So as you can see, this is on a 5. This is on the 5K account. It's an evaluation account, and I was down about 2R on this one, and this trade would take me into 3% profit if it hits that TP.
I have lost money all day, bro. Today. I'm just getting some of it back, actually. But I've lost money all day today.
All right, so I think the reload zone as replacement to the flip zone. I don't know what flip zone is. I don't know what flip zone is. No, I'm saying reload. Reload, like reload a weapon. Reload zone. And the reason why... So I'm not the one who came up with reload zone. I had a mentor back in 2000. Now look at EU. This is beautiful. This is exactly the type of price action you want to see on the lower time frames. Like it's just break and retest. Very clear trend.
Yep. Yeah, that's what happens when you wait for good levels to trade for.
The 5ers does have a Discord, and if you are logged in, if you have, it's rare to see. Yeah, my neck is killing me.
Do you want to know how much of a gym freak I actually am?
Let's go.
This is how much of a gym freak. I hope people turn down your mic, your headset. Just a little bit.
Yeah, buddy. Lightweight.
If you know, then you know.
How often you go to gym?
A little bit too much, actually.
Really?
Nah, not really. About 4 times, 5 times a week.
I just bought a bench press and a bunch of weights. I got it outside my office. I'm gonna have a small room with my own little gym.
Yeah, you can get big off a bench press, man.
Yeah, and especially if you have free, like if you have, I got these. I got a bunch of different barbells and what's it called? The actual, I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, if you have a lot of free weights, it's like that's all you need really. If you're able to have all your free weights, you can do a full body workout. You can do a lot of stuff with that.
Yeah, big time. Yo, can this trade just do something already? It's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit impatient today.
So Alex is actually Alex is trading for the 5ers office, and I'm trading from home, from my office home.
That's a beautiful trade on the EU. Super, and you waited. I would have gone in with the market entry, but you waited and you stuck with it. You stuck with your plan. It's nice.
You know what? I'm honestly, I'm getting a headache. I think we should go ahead and do the giveaway. Start planning that. Well, to be fair, that's basically what we're doing. We're staring at these charts. That's we've been doing for the last 2 hours.
Yeah, we're going to be pushing these to about 3 to 4 hours soon.
Yeah, so the idea is to we're going to be expanding these live streams to be the goal is to have a full day of live streams. We want more people to come into the team. And you know, if you think that you have what it takes, you can always send us an email to tradingroom@the5ers.com if you think if you think you have what it takes to join the team. You know, we're always interested in hearing from new people, more people.
Oh yeah, before I do this, I've sent the code that you've got to go into the giveaway link and put that code in, BTC 100K. Yeah, BTC 100K with all capitals. Oh, Jonathan, what were you putting on your screen then? I saw that.
I don't know what that was. There's a Windows has this pop-up thing.
Oh yeah, it's popping up the Alibaba tab, is it?
Man.
Oh gosh. If you know, you know.
Yeah. Right. I'm gonna.
You're not feeling too well, bud.
No, I am. I don't know, man. I'm my neck, like I don't know. My neck is killing me. I gotta do some. I have this workout routine I'm trying to do every day.
Is it?
I got,
Can somebody confirm this is working? Because I don't see anybody. Don't see anybody entering in. Oh no. Oh, okay, 308. No, it's working. It's working.
okay.
Loyalty bonus. I think you got to do it 3 times in a row. So you got to be in the giveaways 3 times. Yeah, it's working.
Right.
Perfect. I'll try not to give everybody's details out afterwards by accident.
Yeah, let's not. That's
The link is here. I'll put the link again.
I mean, we're not. I guess we're not actively recruiting, but if you think you have something that we would be interesting when it comes to, like, if you're handsome and funny like Alex, send me an email. I might have a job for you.
No, so I think for the, let me double check. For the loyalty program, I think you got to be at least 3 times until you can open it. Let me double check. So claim your loyalty bonuses. Get 5 entries if you've. Yeah, why is that not working then? What? So people that did yesterday, did you get the loyalty bonus? Just confirm that for me. It shouldn't be still locked. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not working.
Okay, yeah. So they all say no. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm still gonna have to. It's annoying. Yeah. Was while we it's a new platform, we're still trying to get used to it and understand how it works. Maybe if I open up it for the month.
It says right here, yes, it works. You need 3. Maybe that's why.
No, but it says there's a setting as well that was on it for 1, so you get 5 entries.
Yeah, this kind of makes sense. Are you sure that the previous one hasn't expired?
I deleted the previous one because I thought you have to delete the previous one to put the new one on.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, I'll have to play around with it. But I feel like this one is better. This platform is
Oh yeah,
better.
definitely.
Also, I get the information straight away of the actual winners with the email address and everything. Yeah, I'm just going to close out this trade. Done. Slightly annoying.
Okay.
Effects. We gotta get more sound effects. If anybody, do you know what I want to get? I want to get a Conor McGregor to like walk on the screen and just wave his arms around.
Yeah.
That'd be a wicked one. Nice trade on EU that you've got. You should hold it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold that one.
Okay, so let's have a look and see how many entries we've got. Yeah, I've got a, yeah, I think because I deleted that last competition, it deleted the information. I don't know, this thing's a bit dodgy.
Maybe it's the
have to
link
figure out.
in. Could you post the Gleam link again?
Yeah.
I will put it as a pinned comment.
Yeah, 345, 42 claims. Pardon me.
Yes, you can find the pinned message or the pinned comment is the Gleam link that you're going to be using.
Yeah, the only problem with that one is people were losing their accounts to scammers. Well, very difficult to identify who was real and who wasn't. At the start, it was quite easy, and then it's got really difficult, and scammers got much better. Okay. Check your spam, but I think it should work. Mate, I don't know when this giveaway was, when you send me an email with everything, but if it was one of the old giveaways from last month, then somebody who's already taken it. So.
How many people do we have?
Yeah, shall I do it then? Because we've got 334 users and actions 741. Oh no, we got 898 actions. Okay. So let's do this again. How do you do this? Okay, draw winners. Not going to pardon me. Okay, we've got 4 winners. Lalit, Ashwin, Shakil, SAQ, and Andreli. Yeah, those are the names.
All right, congratulations, guys. You should have an email. You should be getting an email.
Yeah. I'll send those to you now. There must be a widget, you know. Announce winners in widget. Announce with avatar. Yeah, don't know how that works. All right, guys, there you go. So we have the winners. We got 4 winners, and they will be getting they'll be getting an email from Gleam, and you're also going to have an email from me that's coming through very shortly. I do like the
Alright,
other.
beautiful.
I do like the old way just because it was fun having it on the screen. But this is just the best way for people to actually get their accounts.
Yeah, but we'll see if there's a way to integrate that Gleam into just do something to some graphics. I'm sure that
How many likes did we even get today? Well, I just pulled out 4 winners because I'm used to it.
yeah, we had around 730. Yeah, 735. So there's one extra account today as well. Well, that's what it is.
Fair enough.
Alex feeling very generous today.
Very generous.
All right, guys. Thank you all for joining today, and very very happy with all the questions. I do really enjoy that you all, and I also enjoy that we're managed to fix the comment section here where you were actually able to ask us meaningful questions. So thank you all for joining today, and providing us with your engagement in the comments is very much appreciated, and you guys are what makes these live streams what it is. All right, thank you all for joining, and we'll see you tomorrow. We're going to be talking with Dirk, and probably going to focus a little bit on a Bitcoin, make an extra strategy for the crypto market. All right, take care, guys. See you tomorrow.
Hi guys, so thank you very much for watching the video. Now make sure you like and subscribe, and most of all, go into the YouTube and check our other content that we provide here at the